Welcome to this week's tutorial. We're going to focus on opening the structures around the lungs. Starting in child's pose, take your knees wide. Use your arms to ground your upper thigh bones, rocking the pelvis left and right. Get that deep anchoring, grounding sensation into the pelvis before moving forward. And then walk over to your left, lifting your wrists, your arm bones. Stretch through that outer line of your torso. So the entire right long arm side. Taking deep opening breaths. And then switch sides. So side bends on your left. Keep your left hip bone back, open through your left ribs. Breathe underneath those shoulder blades. Opening the sides is extremely encouraging for the lungs and the diaphragm to work on its full capacity. And you really that space slowly in. So you open the space, yet don't force too much. And then coming back to center, you're going to get the body going. Just to enhance that oxygen in the body. Opening the chest, take it into down dog, some close chain movements. I will repeat every movement 5 times. Inhale, open the upper back. Hug your lower belly in and then lift the knees. Exhale into that inversion of the down dog. Stepping out your left heel, right heel, whatever you need, but keep moving through that flow. Inhale, opening it up. Exhale, lifting, first engaging the belly, then moving the hips back and up. Getting the big muscles going to increase the oxygen in the body. And that lovely inversion always has a very encouraging effect on the drainage of the lungs. Through the inversion, the diaphragm has to contract more towards the abdominal organs. Now going into the twist here, lift your left armpit, go with your right hand underneath and hold on to the outer shin or heel, taking Pavrita Adho Mukha Navasana. Keeping the arm bones lifted as you lengthen and twist, and in 5 breaths on the second side. So either 5 reps or 5 breath holds, more or less. And you may notice that right now I was practicing before and now I'm recording the voice because in my personal recovery from COVID, and this practice happened day 10 for me, 10 days after first symptoms, and I was still feeling that restrictive sensation through the lungs. So I was getting better to move and practice, yet I couldn't do both at the same time, talk and breathe. So I took all my concentration to open the lungs. Now working with the strap, sitting in between the heels or on the heels. Inhale, signature pose. Yeah, go in through your wrist, lift up. And then exhale, move it down. Keep that belly, low back connection. Inhale, lifting up, stretching through the front, opening the arm lines, the lung meridians, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, breath. Exhale, can move a little into that pumping action. It'll get the body going. Inhale, lengthen and strengthen as you reach up, anchor through your feet, and then exhale, collect the body's strength to the midline. Yeah, now unhook your thumb through the Mystrengthability strap. I use the block. You can use it or not, depending on your knee. And then we're just gonna mobilize the shoulders here, taking the strap back and down. Now, as the resistance gets tough, you may notice those tight spots in the front of your chest. Try to increase the resistance through the strap. So the harder it gets, the more stretch into the strap to get that eccentric stretch going through your pectorals here at the front of your chest. Yeah. And then you can pause and hold it in whatever position you feel the most restricted, and just keep breathing slow and even and deep as you open the front chest, front arm lines, front lung meridians. So here it's a nice spot, a little upper, further up. So you lean forward with your heart, keep your belly core connection, but then stretch the strap apart for extra eccentric benefits. Moving out, you're going to take some side stretch, so snug your knees together and loop into the last end of your black strap, and then take a side stretch. Good. Hug your kidneys towards the strap and then switch sides. So every time you transition, knees hug together, left side bend, and you bring some dynamic into the side stretch here. A little, slightly C curve in your spine. To open the back of the ribs, the back of the lungs. And of course, you adjust the speed to whatever benefits you most. However, the idea here is to, get that efficient warm-up. Taking the red strap, or you could do it with the black strap too. But with the red strap, I have more resistance. We're gonna loop the upper leg, so mid-thighs. So go in through the last loop, tighten it nice and firm. And just to get into the motion here, fingers turn backwards, feet leg active, exhale, pull apart. So inhale, breath, lengthen your spine, knees together. And then with the exhale, pull it apart to engage the outer hip. Now, if you as well are restoring from viral flu or similar, laying around is not always very beneficial for your stability. So the principle here is to gain that stability back. Coming on all four, you already see me in it. Keep that resistance on all four. Exhale, empty the breath. Let me instruct you on the second one. So inhale, knees floating above the floor, heart lifted. Exhale, lift one leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift the second leg. And empty the breath. Down dog. Breath in between. Inhale. Hovering all four. Exhale, hug your belly. Lift one leg. Keep the heart open. Inhale, breath center. Exhale, second leg. Inhale. And then empty the breath. Okay. Hovering on all four with the help of the resistance around the outer hip. Just increase that stability factor. Engage your outer hip to keep your pelvic girdle nice and firm. And then taking a deep forward fold. How healing is that? Yeah. Bending the knees to distribute the weight evenly through your feet. And then take a bind here. I will talk some more about the bind later. For now, try to neutralize your wrists as you bind. Take a nice stretch through the back body as you engage your leg, as you extend your legs. Yeah, without hyperextending the knee. So if you go there, bend your knees one more time. Keep your hips above the ankles and then work your legs straight. Okay. So let's work with two straps at once for a little while. Yeah. Going right into a dynamic Utkatasana. We're going to loop into the black band, which is more optimal for the upper body because it's less resistant. Shoulders outer, shoulders width apart. Tippy toes, inhale, exhale, lower. And then just go up and down a little. Right? You're going to pump the leg muscles, and believe me, after 1 week in bed, they are weak. So just firming them in a good leg alignment. Exhale, folding over. Give them a little rest as you extend your legs. Let go of your head. Bend your knees, lift your heels. Inhale, resist the black strap. Utkatasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, heels down. Cactus arms. So let's keep going. Inhale, tippy toe. Exhale, bend your knees, and then just pump. Steadying your arms, steadying the legs, engaging the arches of the feet, forward folds. Uttanasana. And when you're ready, bending the knees, lift the heels, anchor through big toe mound, pinky toe mound, resist your arms, Utkatasana. Inhale, come all the way up on tippy toes. Exhale, lower, cactus arms. Inhale, up. Feel the length through the inner legs, through the lift of the diaphragm and your spine, and then pump it 2-3 times as you go lower down through Utkatasana over to Uttanasana, standing forward fold. So the aim is 5. Exhale, cactus arms, standing cactus arms. Inhale, up. Bend your knees, pump it. Legs, knees are right above the ankles. So the red strap resistance will help you be more stable. And then forward fold. Lovely. How nice to use both straps at the same time, actually. It feels really assisted. Going for the last one here. Showing the interlace quickly. So if you have a hard time interlacing your hands behind your back with neutral wrist, take the strap, wrap it until your arms are externally rotated. Very key. So the inside of your elbow looks to the outside. Keep the resistance, keep the biceps slightly active to prevent hyperextension in the elbows, and then forward fold. And then as you're in the forward fold, pull the strap apart and you get a beautiful opening through your collarbones, through your chest, through the back body. Or you interlace it if you don't need the help of the strap. But that's only efficient if you can really move the upper arm bones back. The moment they roll forward when you forward fold, it's going to be counterproductive. And then the assist of the strap will be working for your benefit of opening the shoulders when you forward fold. All right, let's remove the straps and we move right into the 90-90 lunge for some extra stability. Gonna do the first side with no strap, but of course you can bring your strap movement in. Inhale, reach your arms up, hug your belly in, and then exhale, 90 in the knees, lower down. Inhale, lifting it up. Feel the length, and then complete squaring the hips. Your exhale as you lower the knee. Inhale up. Keep your hips square. Exhale. Slowly down. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, cactus arm. So same motion we can do with the strap. I will demo that on the second side. Open lunge twist. Make some space in the inner hip. Turning the foot out. Facing the same direction as your knee. And then you bend your back knee, grab your foot, thigh stretch. Grab it from the outside as you resist your foot. Move your hips back, lengthen through the sides of your waist, and then take your arm bone back. Resist the foot into your hand as you get that arm length, meridian really opened up, and your thigh at the same time. Hugging the belly in, drawing the front thigh back. If grabbing your foot isn't the most convenient, I'll demo on the second side how you can use the strap as the assistant to bring your foot closer. So let's moving back into Triangle Mukha Ida Paschimottanasana. Of course, you sit on a block if your sitting bones don't level, or if your bottom foot is not aligned, then inhale, lengthen, and find that asymmetric forward fold. And remember, forward fold, it's a flexion in the hip, not a flexion in your spine. So aim to keep your spine long and then lengthen over the front leg. Bring symmetry into the body. Just breathe. Acknowledge any restriction you may feel. And then make in body and in breath space. Add a little side stretch here. It's really, you can't side stretch too much when you have restriction in your lungs. And I'm moving forward to switch sides. Yeah, not strapped now. So you can use your upper body strap for the second side. I'll do it as well. 90-90 lunge. Okay, 90 degree in both knees. Looping into the strap of both wrists. So taking your shoulders back. Inhale, exhale, that's when you lift. Inhale, reach your arms up. Resist the strap and then exhale, cactus arm as the back knee touches. Good. So inhale, feeling the length from your feet up your crown through your fingertips. And slowly lowering down. Okay. So if you're not so stable, what helps is to lift with the exhale. But typically we open with the inhale. There's little breath tools to support your body optimally. So you now see me go up on the exhale, reaching the strap up, squaring the hips, lengthening through the groin, and then slowly lowering down. Here, inhale, breath. Exhale, hug in, it just makes it more stable. And then take a breath in between. Inhale, straightening both legs, reaching up. Exhale, lowering down. Okay, so that breath in between is always possible, depending on your condition and your stability at that specific day. Dynamic lunge stretch, low lunge stretch. And now I'll show you how you can loop your back foot. So you basically just loop it in. Yeah. And with your opposite hand, it will just bring your foot towards you when bending the knee. Okay, so that's your assistant to bring the foot towards you if you have no butler around. Pretty handy. Grab your outer foot. You now move your hips back, lengthen the sides of your waist, and then engage the foot. Now, if the foot is very close, of course, you grab the foot. Otherwise, keep that strap resistance. And then open through your front body. As you keep drawing gently that front thigh back for symmetry and stability in the pelvis. Aim for 5 breaths here. And I believe I even kept the window open to just get that feeling of the fresh air, of the more humid air to enhance the opening of the lungs. And then Triangle Mukha Ida Paschimottanasana. Yeah, so back foot is parallel. Sitting back, anchoring both hips, and then lengthen forward. Tilting the pelvis forward. If you need to support, sit on a sideway block. And then lengthen through your spine. Here, you have the option to support your forehead. As you breathe through that back body line of yours. And there's a right time for everything. So in my personal case, like before day 10, there was not even the slightest, energy around to get on the mat and get moving. I just did really passive stretches in bed or in, wherever I could do something. And then at some point, the restriction enhanced. Actually, day 9, day 10, the restriction became more. And I started doing breath work and this particular practice to get my body supported and boosting the system once the slight fever was over. All right, so check this out. Strap below your pelvis, red strap below your end of the feet. Okay, we're gonna go supine first for what's called a supported happy baby pose. Yeah, so strap needs to move through the inner knees. Take your arms above your heads, and then you can do some assisted happy baby pose twists, moving the pelvis left and right, or you can hold on to the strap. It's a very fun pose. Feels really good. You move the back on the floor, lower the pelvis down, and open those inner hips. Moving the breath deeply into the core of the pelvis. Now straightening your legs. We're going to feel an assisted Halasana. So it will literally pull your pelvis up. Keep the space underneath your neck. And I'm going to go in a slightly asymmetric version here, supporting the low back. Yeah, spine is supported. And the strap will literally take you up like a very kind assistant. But it has to be felt to fully be taught. And going left and right, lengthening the back line, so all the skin and tissue and fascia moving over the back body. And then coming through the 90-90 or supported shoulder stand slowly down. And we're going to take a Supta Balasana. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Feet slightly supported, and the strap is the inner thigh opening. Take your arms overhead, and we're moving into a little breath work here. And opening the ribs as you inhale, feeling the widening, feeling the ground. And use the ground now as assistant. Really get that feedback of the floor from where the body touches the ground as the sensory support for your breath. So gently remove the strap, remove the block, take it near you. And we're going to go into a dynamic bridge pose. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Feel the lift of the ribs. And an exhale, lift the ribs even more as you lower down through the spine. So it might take some getting used to this breathing technique or this Taki Mudra. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, lift the ribs even more. And then with that increased Uddiyana Bandha support through your lower waist, lower down. Yeah. Inhale. Lift the arms, legs, lower them back. And then with the next inhale breath, hips up, arms up. Inhale breath. Exhale, lift the ribs even more so. And then lower down, exhale, vertebra for vertebra. So inhale, breath, arms slowly move back. Inhale, moving up, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale, lift the ribs even more. And then lower down, vertebra for vertebra. It will help you hollow this belly region. And then from here we move into a supported bridge pose. A lovely pose, a gentle inversion. You take the block, whatever height works for you, but make sure it's not in the lower back, but underneath the back of the pelvis. With the neck in a neutral position, so a little curve in the neck is still there. Keep breathing into the resistance or into the pressure of your abdominal organs. Just widening the space of the lungs, assuring your synchronicity with your own body and the support you can give yourself. Also being sensitive to what is right at what time to do physically. How much can we enhance and empower, and how much could be too much at a given time. Okay, moving over the side, place your block now underneath your sternum, and as an assistance, I'm going to use the strap as a diaphragm reflection here, wrapping it around the mid upper torso, like the 2/3 down from the top, around the lower ribs, hooking it in the last loop and then wrapping the end in, just so I get some feedback on the active expansion of the breath, of the active breath. Yeah. With the block here underneath the sternum, make sure your lower back is long, and you can support your neck if you have too much extension in your spine. I'm testing both here, and it actually feels nice to have it supported first, and then reach your arms up. Extend your legs actively away, so you have a passive active lift here now through the upper back, with more or less extension in your neck, but no tilting. And then grabbing opposite elbows or potentially extending the arms. Just move into the breath where you inhale, lift the ribs, and then exhale, lift them even a little bit more as you lengthen through the lower back. And actively extend your legs away from you, either reaching the arms up or moving them eventually towards cactus arm position. Feeling the breath, feeling all the work that body does for you, and how good it is in finding its balance. And then just to close the front body, before we do that though, eagle arms, right arm under, right leg over, lengthen the low back, and then just slide your forearms parallel to the ground, up and down, opening now the tissue in the back lines of your arms, so underneath your shoulder blades, in between your ribs, getting a nice opening sensation through the back body, especially the upper long back body region. And switching legs, looking for a bit more extension here, so move the upper block. Switch the arms and engage your forearms away from your face as you slide them parallel to the ground, up and down, or hold it wherever you may feel a knot or some restriction, and bring some extra love into your breath, into your restoring, into your sanity, your sense of peace. Removing the block, we're going to do the same pose one more time, but now we close the front body. Yeah, so just hold elbows towards the knees, breathe 5 breaths here before you switch legs or hug them in even closer, expanding the back body, collecting the front body. And then when you're ready, you switch sides, before our final resting pose. This will also ensure you kind of widen the back before leveling the front and back body before you transition into corpse pose. Finding any twist of your liking, okay? Before going there, opening through that front line one more time. So close twist here with both knees on top for more rotation in the upper torso. You could take a classic spinal twist. And then from this enhanced inner body space and decompression of your body and hopefully your mind and energetic body will stretch out, taking lots of space in Shavasana. Palms facing up. See where it feels right to have your arms positioned today. And then just let go of any engagement from muscles to bones, but release and let that enhanced breath carry you into next chapter. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy.